What's up everyone, Belligerent here with another Bloodline video, part of our clan series, where we are taking a look at the different clans in the game, and we're answering the question that everyone right now is asking. Which one should I be using? The male or the female? Now sometimes both are usable, sometimes neither are usable. That's not what we're getting into right now. We're gonna take a look at the different abilities, their passive skill, their active skill, and their ultimate skill, and we are going to make a determination of which one is better in general. Now, there's different team comps, there's different things you can do to tech around the different champions in the game, but we're gonna determine together which one is the best one of the two to help you get started or just to create discussion. Today's video, we're taking a look at the Luxuriant Clan. These are the succubus, the succubi. I don't know what the plural of succubus is. Now, before we get into this, keep in mind, in the codex, it is showing you the top mythic version of each class. So when you compare it to what you might have, the percentages you see in this video might be different. Let's jump into it. So the male, his passive is weaken. When the battle starts, inflicts weaken on enemies, reducing their total damage by 30% for 5 seconds. That's like mind blown right there, right? When the battle starts, your team for 5 seconds is 30% stronger. Their team for 5 seconds has 30% less damage just for putting him on your board. It's pretty big. It's pretty big. Let's look through the rest of them. The active ability, Whiplash, attacks enemies in an area in front of him, dealing damage equal to a percentage of his strength. Also reduces the enemy's fortitude by 35%. If you don't know, fortitude is the defense, okay? So, this one attacks and reduces the enemy's defense. It's pretty big. Looking like a pretty good utility slash support slash whatever character we got going on right here. And then Banish. Banishes an enemy to prevent it from attacking or being attacked for 9 seconds. That is gigantic. So for 9 seconds, the enemy team has one less champion. So if you're 5-on-5 for 9 seconds, it's now 5-on-4. If you're falling behind and you're 4v5, his ultimate goes off. Now you're suddenly 4v4. You have a chance to catch up and turn the tide. Like, I don't know if I can express how big 9 seconds of a team not having one of their champions is. So that's really big. Let's look at what the female offers us. Sorry, she's all darkened out. I haven't found her on this account yet. Scar of Pain is her passive. Any skill cast on an enemy will reduce the energy they gain by 50% for 2 seconds. Now, this sounds like a global ability, but as I've touched on in other videos, I think it's just an inconsistency in the way that the skills are described. A lot of skills say the caster when it's talking specifically about that champion. This one leaves it vague. But when we were looking at the Ignis clan, I determined that even though her passive sounded global, it wasn't. It just applied to her. So I'm going to assume the same here. Any skill that she casts on an enemy will reduce the energy they gain by 50% for 2 seconds. That's kind of... who cares? 50% for 2 seconds just on what they gain. Like, 2 seconds is not that big to suppress energy. If she's in like a, I mean, it might help if you're, whether it's her or a teammate is in like a 1v1 scenario, where it might help them gain the upper hand to possibly trigger their ultimate before the enemy that they're attacking. But in general, It's just kind of who cares passive. Scourge of Love lashes the caster's whip forward, lashes her whip forward, increasing the attack speed of any teammates that she hits by 30% for 5 seconds, and then deals damage based on a percentage of her strength to any enemy that she hits, while reducing that enemy's attack speed for 30% for 5 seconds. So she flings her whip. She hits a teammate and the enemy that teammate is fighting. Instantly a 60% switch in attack speed. Her teammate is now attacking 30% faster. The enemy is attacking 30% slower. That's a big swing. That's big utility. The only drawback to that is that it's kind of single line. It's not an AoE. It's a single line attack. And it's an autopilot game, so you can't ensure that she's attacking in the right direction or targeting the right person to turn the tide. So it's a really strong skill with a little cringe factor to it there. So, but I'd still say that it's overall a strong skill. Now, Temptation charms the current target for 9 seconds, forcing them to attack their teammates using only normal attacks, and the target won't recover energy when charmed. Alright, so let's think about this. Let's compare the female to the male. He banishes them for 9 seconds. So for 9 seconds, you can't attack and they can't attack. So a 5v5 turns into a 5v4. Right? On the other hand, or if you're behind, like a 4v5, when he banishes, will turn into a 4v4. Hers, a 5v5, turns into a 6v4. If you're behind, a 4v5 turns into a 5v4. Bigger swing for the female ultimate. Both ultimates are juicy. I tell you, a lot of the struggles I've had in the campaign thus far are going against comps that have multiple luxuriants on the back line, charming my heroes. It's frustrating, it's annoying. These are great support, utility type champions. But we have to make a decision. Those are the rules for these videos. We have to make a decision. So in this one, male, female, which one you going with? Oh, it's so tough. It's so tough. I am going to give the ever smallest slight edge to the female. I like that you actually get another attacker for 9 seconds as opposed to just somebody you can't attack for 9 seconds. I also think this attack speed swing is really big compared to just reducing defense for the male. However, I love the male's passive. This weakened the starting for 5 seconds. And this one right here also would pair well with, we're going to take a look at other clans, and some of their passive or their abilities have bonus damage or bonus effects if the enemy is under a debuff. This, for the first 5 seconds, everybody is debuffed. So this has huge potential teched into the right team comp. But I would say, in general, no team comp taken into consideration. We're going with the female. I'm belligerent. Let me know down in the comments if you agree or you disagree, or if you have any questions. Like, subscribe. I appreciate you.